Hi everybody, welcome back to projectstrong.ca. I'm Bonnie Campbell and we are on to our Strong at Home workout number 23. Okay, for your warm-up today, we are going to do 2 rounds of 10 good mornings, 10 pass-throughs, 10 pull-aparts, 10 lateral raises, and 10 squats. So let's take a look at our good morning. We can use a Theraband if we want, or we can use a piece of PVC pipe or a broomstick. Either one of these is going to go across our back, so into that upper shoulder area. So feet are going to be right underneath our hips, nice tall spine, proud chest, and we're going to send those hips back. We're basically warming up that hip hinge. Thinking about nice, tall spine, tight belly, sending those hips back, feeling the tension or stretch in our hamstrings when we get into this position. That's where we should feel that. You notice the knees are soft. They're not bent, we're not in a squat. They're just soft, slightly unlocked. So we'll do 10 of those, and that's what it would look like with the PVC pipe. If we're using our Theraband, it's coming across our back again, we're holding wide, and the setup is the same. It's just giving us that tactile cue across our back to be tall through our thoracic spine. So the next thing is the pass-through, and again, we can go to the Theraband pass-through if we choose to. So we're coming up and around, arms are basically in that wide position. The wider our arms are on the band, the easier it is to get our arms around. What we're after with this is warming up the shoulder joint and getting that gentle stretch through our chest. So some of you may only get to about here, and then you're going to come back forward. You're going to try and get as far as you can, and each time you come through, you might get a little bit further, just warming up through those shoulders in that overhead position. So again, you can do that with your PVC pipe, holding wide, coming around and through. We're trying to keep those arms straight. We're not trying to bend through the elbow, but we'll feel that gentle stretch in the shoulder. From there, we're going to go to 10 pull-aparts. So arms are straight out in front. Tall spine, tight belly. Squeeze those glutes so that we don't start arching through the movement. We don't want to have any movement through here. We want to keep the core tight. Arms are straight out in front, elbows are long, and we're pulling the band apart. The band ideally should come to our chest, so we'll be doing 10 of these. Once you've completed 10 of these, we move on to the lateral raise. So this is really important to anchor your Theraband. If you have enough of a length of a Theraband, you can stand with both feet on it. Make sure your feet are firmly planted, okay? All your weight should be on that. You're going to hold the Theraband so your thumb is up. All of the spinal alignment is in place. Nice tall spine, tight belly, squeeze your glutes. We should be able to see our hand through the corner of our eye when we're looking straight ahead. We're not going to turn and look at our hand. We're going to look straight ahead as we raise that arm out to the side. So we should see that hand in our peripheral vision. Okay, we don't want to be right out here. So what that looks like from the side. So we don't need to be completely in line with our body. That's not what we're after. We want to be slightly ahead. That's a more natural position for our shoulder, slightly ahead of our body. 10 on one side, and then we move to 10 on the other, making sure we're properly anchoring, standing firmly on that band. Once you've completed 10 of those, then you're on to your squats. So feet are just outside our shoulders, tall spine, tight belly, knees out, hips back. We can use our arms for counterbalance, and we're going as low as we feel we can in that pain-free range, warming up our squat. We have thrusters coming up later today in our workout. So 10 squats. So you're going to do 2 rounds of those, 10 of each exercise. Good mornings, pass-throughs, pull-aparts, lateral raises, and squats. And that's your warm-up for today. Okay, our strength workout today. We have 3 sets of basically 2 exercises. So we're going to be doing a single arm suitcase carry and a single arm suitcase deadlift. So I've got my jug. So the first exercise is 8 suitcase deadlift. So my feet are right underneath my hips. Tall spine, tight belly. My right arm is going to be on the same side as my jug. I send my hip back, keeping my chest up as much. Lower down to the jug, softening the knee. Stand up tall and repeat that. We're going to do 8 of these. So 8 of those suitcase deadlifts. And then we're going to do a 40-foot carry, keeping that jug or kettlebell or dumbbell or whatever you're using at home in that hand, thinking about trying to get your knuckles to the ground. And we're going to carry our jug for 40 feet. So for some of you who are living in a home with a driveway, that might be 2 or 3 times up and down your driveway. It might be 4 or 6 times up and down a hallway in your home. It's a gorgeous day outside today. This would be a really lovely exercise to do outside if you can. Make sure you wear your sunscreen and drink lots of water. Remember, when we're carrying this weight, we're kind of offset. So this is where we get that core work. We want to make sure that our shoulders stay level so that we're not hiking the shoulder up to carry the weight, or we're not getting into a twisted position. We want to keep the spine tall, shoulders level, tight belly, and a little tension is in our glutes as we walk. So we think about walking heel toe. That helps us turn on the glutes as we walk. Okay? So once we've completed our 40-foot carry, then we're going to set our weight down, have a little bit of a rest, and now we're going to repeat that on the left side. Same thing. So move it to the left, and 8 suitcase deadlift, followed by your 40-foot left arm carry. So imagining that I'm walking 40 feet. And then set it down and have a rest. So the next exercise that you're going to do is a double arm bent over row. So 2 ways that we can do that, and it's all going to depend on what kind of equipment you have at home. We can do our Theraband row where we can, holding on tight with both hands, step on the band. I'm going to turn this way. Step on the band with both feet. We're in that flat back, hinged over position, and we're going to pull the band up. So that's our double arm row. And we're going to do 15 of these. The other option that we obviously have is if you have 2 equal weights that you can hold in your hands. So I'll just demonstrate with the jugs. So standing in between the jugs, hinge over, pick them up. We're going to go into that hinge, arms are hanging, and I'm pulling back, thinking about keeping my elbows and forearms by my ribs with that nice flat back, tall belly, or tall spine, and we're going to keep our head neutral. Tight belly, and we're doing 15 of those rows. So once we've hit 15 of those rows, we have another little rest, and then we repeat. We start back at the 8 suitcase deadlift and carry with the right arm, 8 suitcase deadlift and carry with the left arm, and back to the rows. So we do that 3 times, and that's our strength workout for today. Okay, our conditioning workout today. Like I said, it is gorgeous outside today. We've had a lovely stretch of really nice weather, 20-degree weather, blue sky and sun, not too hot, not too humid. So give this a try outside if you can, maybe even in your backyard. So what we're going to be doing is a 200-meter walk fast or move fast, whatever that is for you. You want to have this feel like a 6, 7, or 8 out of 10. We want to move quickly. So some of you may have to move into that little jog. We're going to move for 200 meters. So on my street, which is a tree street here in town, that will be about 5 houses down, and then 5 houses back will bring me back to my driveway. That would be roughly 200 feet. So I'm going to do 200 meters, sorry. 200 meters, walk fast, back to my driveway, and then I go to my weight. And the weight for this can be relatively light. We're after moving at a continuous pace, trying to rest as little as possible, but resting when you need to. So this first round of this, you might have to take a rest because the number of reps we're going to do are a fair bit. So we're going to start with 20 sumo deadlift. So that's our weight in between our feet. Our feet are in that nice wide stance. Hands are hanging in the middle. Hip goes back, nice flat back. And we just stand the weight up 20 times. Then once we've completed 20 of the sumo deadlift, we'll move our feet in slightly to our squat stance. We're going to bring our weight to our shoulder height, and we're going to do 20 thrusters. So squat down, press up 20 times. So that's why we don't need to have a really heavy weight. The weight will be determined by our thruster, what we feel we can handle. And remember, we have 20 reps to do. So once we've completed 20 thrusters, we go back to the sumo deadlift, but we're going to work a sliding rep scheme, or a descending rep scheme. So this time, it's 15 sumo deadlifts. So widen out the feet, 15 sumo deadlift. Bring the weight to your shoulder height, bring your feet into squat stance, 15 thrusters. Once we've completed 15 thrusters, widen out the feet again, and now we go to 10. 10 sumo deadlift, bring the feet in, 10 thrusters. Widen the feet out, and the last rep scheme we have is 5. 5 sumo deadlift, 5 thrusters. Once we've completed 5 thrusters, we're going to set our weight down, and we're going to go and do one last 200-meter moving fast. And that's the end of the workout. And that is workout number 23. So remember, if you like the video and you like the workout, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that. Feel free to share with your friends. I hope everybody is enjoying the wonderful weather we've had. I know a lot of you are out on the golf courses. I know a lot of you have been busy with your gardens with the rain that we had early in the spring, and the weeds have definitely sprouted. But don't forget to try and get some of your strength work in. 2 to 3 times a week is your goal, as well as your 30 minutes minimum of walking every day. And that's it for today. See you next time. Stay well.